Justin Bieber fears being exposed, says he's been used, as serious concerns grow about his troubled life. From a young YouTube sensation to one of the most recognized names in pop history, Justin Bieber's journey has always captivated the world. But behind the scenes, behind the sold-out arenas, platinum albums, and glamorous red carpets lies a much darker, more unsettling reality, one that Bieber himself is now courageously revealing to the world. "I fear being exposed," he confesses. 4 words that have ignited an avalanche of concern, speculation, and heartbreak among his fans and industry insiders. And when paired with his even more alarming admission, "I've been used," the truth becomes impossible to ignore. This is not just the story of a pop star's rise and fall. This is the raw, emotional unraveling of a young man who gave his soul to fame, only to find himself lost, manipulated, and broken. And now, he's speaking out. Let's dive deep into the chilling truth of what Justin Bieber has been hiding for years: the fear, the betrayal, the cries for help that no one seemed to hear until now. Justin Drew Bieber wasn't born into fame. He was born into struggle. Raised by a single mother, Patty Millett, in Stratford, Ontario, Canada, Justin's life was marked by hardship, poverty, and resilience. His early years were far from easy. But his voice, angelic, raw, magnetic, became his ticket out. Discovered on YouTube by Scooter Braun, Justin quickly became a global phenomenon. With the release of Baby, the world couldn't get enough of him. But what seemed like a fairy tale soon began to resemble a carefully controlled spectacle, a money-making machine with Bieber as the product. Contracts were signed, tours were scheduled, endorsements poured in. The industry had found its golden goose. As his fame exploded, Bieber was thrust into a life few could imagine. At just 16, he was performing in sold-out stadiums. At 17, he was tabloid royalty. By 18, he had experienced more than most people do in a lifetime. But along with fame came pressure. And with pressure came the loss of his privacy, innocence, and perhaps most devastatingly, control. Those close to him began to notice the signs. His behavior grew erratic. He lashed out at paparazzi. He made headlines for the wrong reasons. Arrests, public outbursts, and scandals followed. Yet instead of asking what was wrong, the media feasted on his downfall. Behind the scenes, Justin was spiraling. "I was being used," he now says. Used by those who promised to protect him. Used by an industry that only saw dollar signs. Used by people who claimed to love him but loved his fame more. It wasn't long before Justin's public image began to fracture. Fans who once adored him now questioned his every move. What they didn't see was the emotional torment beneath the surface. Justin has openly battled depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. In a heartbreaking Instagram post, he once wrote, "I started doing pretty heavy drugs at 19 and abused all my relationships. I became resentful, disrespectful to women, and angry." He was not proud of who he had become, but he was fighting to survive. In 2019, he canceled his world tour citing mental health reasons. "I want to be able to sustain my marriage and be the father I want to be," he shared. But even in his most vulnerable moments, Justin has expressed one terrifying truth. "I fear being exposed." What secrets has he been forced to carry? What truths has he been warned not to reveal? The fear in his voice isn't just about scandal, it's about survival. In 2018, Justin shocked the world by marrying Hailey in a whirlwind civil ceremony, later followed by a lavish celebration. To many, Hailey became his rock, his salvation, his anchor in a storm of chaos. But in recent months, fans and insiders alike have begun to question the nature of their relationship. Hailey has faced relentless online bullying and speculation. Rumors swirl of control, emotional distance, and a relationship built more on dependency than love. Images of Justin looking withdrawn, detached, and even distressed in public outings have added fuel to the fire. Was this marriage a retreat from the chaos, or just another gilded cage? No discussion of Bieber's emotional journey is complete without addressing his former relationship with Selena Gomez. Their love story captivated millions. From 2010 to 2018, their on-again, off-again romance was one of pop culture's most followed sagas. But behind the cute selfies and award show cuddles was a much darker tale of heartbreak, manipulation, and codependency. Selena herself has opened up about emotional abuse during their relationship, although she never mentioned him by name. Justin, in turn, has expressed remorse and taken accountability. "I was reckless. I hurt people," he admitted. Their story is not just about young love gone wrong. It's about the emotional fallout of fame, pressure, and the inability to heal in private. The entertainment industry is known for its glossy surface and dark underbelly. For years, rumors have swirled about Justin being controlled by powerful figures behind the scenes. Music executives, handlers, PR teams, all working to curate his image, dictate his actions, and keep the money flowing. But the cracks are showing. From cryptic social media posts to awkward interviews, it's clear Justin is no longer playing the game. He wants out. He wants freedom. But leaving the industry that made him a global icon is not as easy as it sounds. Especially when there are people who fear what he might say if he walks away. "I fear being exposed." Is he afraid of what others might reveal, or of what he might be forced to reveal himself? In recent years, Bieber has turned to faith for healing. He became deeply involved with Hillsong Church, even befriending controversial pastor Carl Lentz. For a while, it seemed faith was his salvation. He spoke of redemption, forgiveness, and finding purpose beyond fame. But even his spiritual journey has faced criticism. Hillsong itself became mired in scandal, and many questioned whether Justin was truly healing or simply trading one form of control for another. What's clear is that he's searching for meaning, for freedom, for himself. And that search is far from over. Today, Justin Bieber is at a crossroads. He's older, wiser, more guarded, but also more broken than ever before. His recent confessions have sparked renewed concerns. Fans are urging him to step away from the spotlight for good. Mental health experts have called for intervention. Even fellow celebrities have voiced their support. Yet the music industry remains silent. Perhaps because the truth behind Justin's fears, the people who used him, the secrets he holds, would shake the foundations of the business itself. "I've been used. I fear being exposed." These are not casual remarks. They are cries for help. Warnings. Red flags waving in the face of a world too distracted to notice. Justin Bieber is more than a pop star. He's a young man who was robbed of his youth, manipulated by an industry that saw him as a product, and left to pick up the pieces of his broken life in front of the world. He's been idolized and demonized, praised and punished, but through it all, he's remained achingly human. As we reflect on his story, one question haunts us. If someone as powerful, rich, and famous as Justin Bieber can be used, broken, and discarded, what does that say about the world we've built around fame? And more importantly, is it too late? Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment to support our channel.